What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be diving into one of the most successful listings on Airbnb in all of the United States. And I've specifically chosen a unique property and a property that accommodates less than 10 people. This property only accommodates a maximum of 8 people. So it's pretty obvious, pretty irrefutable that this property isn't just performing well because it's a huge property that can command huge high nightly rates. And you also know this way that it's a property that truly is beating out a large amount of competition, because at only being able to accommodate 8 people, it really does have to beat out a lot of other competition in the market. It's not like a huge 16-bedroom place where there's just nowhere else for people to stay, where you'll often see that property owners, hosts can get away with having a less than optimal listing in a lot of different ways and still perform really, really well. This is a unique property. It's a yurt over in Stanley, and it's performing at about just shy of 300,000 US dollars per year as a short-term rental property. So let's jump into it and let's take a look at what it is about this property that makes it perform so well. So right off the bat, you can see they did actually a really, really good job of the headline. This has been something that I've seen as a theme amongst really, really high performing listings, is that those bigger ones, they tend to get away with like not optimizing their headline, not optimizing their listing description, their photos, things like that. Whereas these guys, they highlight right off the bat that it is a yurt. They highlight the hot tub, the wood stove, the Wi-Fi, and the EV charger. So they're basically just jam packing the value of all the main amenities that they know attract people to this property. They're putting it right in their headline, so it's the first thing you see. The cover photo is also a really, really great cover photo. It's sure to contrast with other properties in the area because it's taken at nighttime. It clearly shows the yurt. It does a really good job of showcasing the property here. So I think it just is a really, really good cover photo overall. It's well shot. Everything lines up there really good. You can see as well, as we see as a common theme that is just an irrefutable must-have to perform really well on Airbnb, is that they actually have really good reviews, meaning they're actually doing a really great job hosting. You can see these guys have a 4.95 star average rating and they're super hosts. So you can tell they're doing a really good job, which ultimately is something that's an absolute necessity if you want to perform really well and keep on getting guests coming to you and keep on getting promoted higher in the search results on Airbnb. So let's jump in and look at their photos first. Now, for any of you who've watched other videos of mine, you'll probably know that using Airbnb's photo tour is not something I generally recommend because it prevents you from being able to choose the specific layout of how you want your photos organized. I'm not going to fault these guys for using it. It's just not what I would recommend as a best practice. So you can see they've got this really cool, stunning photo of inside the yurt. It's obviously a yurt like no other, like you can see here with how big it is, how cool it is inside, and they have a nice caption there. I like to see that. So let's keep going through the photos here. You can see they've got at least something pulled up on the TV here. So it's not just a big black spot on the wall, which is nice. I would personally put up something more like the Netflix logo or something to show that it is a smart TV if it is one. But you can see they've got in the caption 75-inch TV with PlayStation 5, 4 controllers, and sofa for 8. So you can see they're giving you all this detail about the property. They're answering a bunch of questions you would have. Does it come with a PlayStation? How much seating is there in the living room, on the couch? That kind of stuff is all being answered right here in the photo description without me needing to take the time to go and read the actual listing description. So that is super, super well done. Now we're going to jump over to the wood stove, which according to their headline, I'm guessing is going to be an amenity that people really like because they're highlighting it there in the main headline of the property. Again, even when it's not super necessary, they're putting captions, answering those questions. I really like seeing that because there's no reason not to. You can see extendable dining table, pin map, and rocking chairs. I would love to see here how many people are actually able to sit comfortably at the dining table. Just saying that it accommodates 8 would be really helpful, I think. I really like that they've done a good job actually staging this property with the dining table all set with dining places. So that's really good. You've got the baby changing table, and we also have a high chair. I hope the high chair is photographed. I would want to see that. But again, love seeing it in the photos there. Then we've got this another property, another photo from up at the top of the stairs. So what's really cool about that is that now you get to understand the transition we're making. So I really like these transitional shots in your photos so that you're kind of guiding people on a virtual tour and not just jumping from one room over to the next. It can be kind of hard to keep track of, and you don't really get a good feel for the actual layout of the property when photos are done that way. So I really like this as a nice transitional shot. Now we're upstairs, and they just forgot to update the caption on this photo. They've just got like the image name. So obviously I'm sure that that's just a mistake. They would have updated that to show, hey, there's a pool table, something in the caption about that. View from the loft. Amazing. I love this. I really, really love that they've got a photo showing a bunch of really cool amenities that they have, like the games, the candy canes, the books. They're showcasing all of that. And they're actually just naming them off which ones they have. So it just, again, just tells me, wow, I'm going to be able to come here, stay, have a really great time. There's going to be stuff to do. I really love that. King size floor sofa at the loft. So I'm a little unclear if this is a sofa bed. So I hope in the next photo, they're going to show it somewhere here with it pulled out, which it doesn't look like they do. King size floor sofa at the loft is a somewhat confusing caption. I don't really know what that means, or if this folds down to a bed. I kind of assume that it does, but I would definitely want to see a photo of it actually folded down into a bed, made up as a bed, and ideally have it as the next photo. So it's just very obvious that that is the exact same, they were talking the exact same space, exact same everything. So far, I mean, also just the photos themselves are fantastic. They're definitely high quality photos, really well lit. They're getting good angles. They're showcasing the right things. So there's some small stuff, but nothing huge, nothing major. So the living room sofa transforms into 2 half separate beds. So that's kind of cool. Again, I would have probably put that right after the first photo of the living room, just so you can see, and it's just super obvious that it is the exact same space. Great. They've got a nice photo here of the kitchen with, the common amenities just listed out down below there in the description. Now, one thing I want to highlight as well that I really like about the photos here is I've talked about it in some other videos where I've talked about the kind of the misses on photography. This one, they're hitting it. They're using a style of photography that's often referred to as Flambient photography, which I personally really love, especially for a property like this one, where the setting, the surrounding is very beautiful. You're in nature, and the views out the windows are going to be really, really nice. It's nice that they have good, proper lighting inside, but that you can also see out the windows and see what's, outside, what your view is going to look like. And it's not just all blown out white light like you see in a lot of photos where they don't use this style of photography. So that's a really big plus. I just think it makes the photos like really, really pop and makes them look a lot better. Makes the whole space look a lot better. So yeah, I really like this. Again, really like that they have the captions down below that tell you everything. They're even leaving you farm fresh eggs. I would take a photo of that, specifically like a close-up photo. So I think one thing they could do more of is some close-up photos in the kitchen to just show some of the amenities so that I don't even have to read the description to learn about these things, because having some nice like farm fresh eggs, that's an awesome little bonus that just kind of shows me as well that the host really cares. And so having a photo so that that's not just like hidden as like the tail end of a caption would, I think, be really beneficial as well. Now we jump ahead here. Again, they're doing some really great mood setting shots. I probably would have organized this a little bit differently, so it's kind of a more natural tour through the property, as opposed to we're kind of jumping from one space to the other, back to the other space. So I do really, really like these mood setting shots that help me to envision myself in the space. I just might have ordered them a little bit differently, organized things a bit differently. But yeah, I mean, really nice photo of the bedroom here. You can see that they've got all the amenities you're going to need. They're showing the bedroom, going over to another bedroom. I really like that. Showing the bathroom. I mean, this is all really, really well done. Guys, just want to take a quick break here to say that for those of you watching who want to build cash flow and long-term wealth by purchasing Airbnbs and short-term rental properties, there's a link in the description right down below for a free training that'll walk you through my exact strategy for investing successfully in Airbnbs. Now, if you're not ready to actually buy properties and you want to get started managing other people's properties on Airbnb the same way I got started and build a full-time income managing other people's properties, there's actually another free training linked in the description down below as well that'll be a really great fit for you. So whether you want to invest in short-term rental properties and actually build amazing cash flow and long-term wealth by acquiring the assets, buying the properties themselves, or you're looking to earn a full-time income managing other people's properties on Airbnb, we've got some awesome trainings that are linked in the description down below that'll definitely help you out. When you sign up for the trainings, we're also going to send you a few other tools and resources completely for free just to help you get started. Again, the links to sign up are in the description down below, and both trainings and all of the tools are completely free. So make sure to register for the trainings, links in the description down below. This photo, I think putting something up on the computer screens so that they're not just reflecting back the background, I think would just make it look better. But again, like a nice dedicated workspace with Apple monitors and a comfortable reclining chair. I love that. That's also just like a really, really great amenity to have because it's going to attract people that want to potentially do some remote work from there. It's definitely a popular amenity. So I think it's really great to have that. Now we're going outside, which again, if they hadn't designated which photos were of which area and they could actually choose the order of the photos, I probably would have chosen to have this photo further up towards the front, that cover photo, so I can just, again, really see that. Some of these ones like the archery shot, where I noticed as well that there is a hot tub outside on the deck, and I haven't even seen that. I'm already on photo 30 and I haven't seen that. And that's just because, again, they chose to opt for Airbnb's kind of photo tour feature, which again, I just don't like, because you don't want guests getting to photo number 30 of your 46 photos and still not knowing that you have a hot tub, which is a really desirable amenity. So again, I do love that they added this amenity of archery. They've got a really great photo. They've got a really great photo of the fire pit area. It says with a cornhole game, but I don't actually see that in the photo. So I hope to see that in the photo. I would have liked to see this with like a shoveled pathway over to the fire pit so that I can actually realistically use it in the winter. Unless they just don't want people using it in the winter, in which case that's kind of a different story. But again, they kind of missed out on actually photographing the cornhole game. So there's some small misses, but you can see like I'm kind of nitpicking. Overall, the photos are fantastic. They're really well done photos. They're capturing 90% of the shots that I think they should be. Getting the right angles, the order of them could be a bit better, but honestly, it's very good. The lighting is all great. The style of photography I really like. So they're doing a very, very good job overall of this. So here's the hot tub shot. Oh, again, I would love to see a more close-up shot of this hot tub, and also just like a hot tub shot where you can see the view, just like help people envision themselves in the space, because it's just, it really doesn't do it justice with this photo. Same thing with the barbecue. I'd want to highlight that more. And then the EV charger, I was waiting for that because I saw that in the listing headline and I wanted to see a photo of it. So I'd love to see that. Again, great amenity to have. Powerful e-bikes for rent. Again, this is a little bit unclear. I wish there was a little bit more clarity here on, are they renting the bikes or do I go to a local shop to rent them, just so I have more clarity? Again, just trying to answer all the questions a guest might have. Yeah, so this is a bit better photo of the hot tub. I still think it could be better. This is a cool shot. And then I think we're pretty well through the photos now. Yeah, that's the gist of them. Whoa, okay. So here are some other ones like this one and this one, or at least one of them, I definitely would have wanted to see further up. So you can see just how secluded it is in the mountains, kind of off on its own. I think that would be a really, really big selling feature, at least for me, knowing there's no neighbors nearby, knowing that I'm really secluded, knowing that I can probably just kind of walk around and go hiking, just like probably very, very close by. That's a super big selling feature for me. So I would have wanted to see that highlighted further up. But again, being relatively nitpicky here, overall, I would give these photos a 9 out of 10 overall. Definitely super, super well done. And you can see that even though they can only accommodate 8 people, which is not a small amount of people, but it's also not some massive, huge place, they're still commanding at least $556 a night, which is really good. You can see they're getting consistently booked. Yeah, I mean, definitely doing a really good job here. Now let's look at the description. So yeah, I would say that the description is definitely kind of good, not great. I would give this description probably a 5 out of 10 because, again, most of this stuff is just a big wall of text that I'm not going to read through. It's really hard for me to now actually find the answers to the questions I have about the property because it's all just kind of intertwined in here into a big, huge mess of text. And then any rules, regulations, anything you want to enforce, that kind of stuff. Again, I say this all the time, don't put it in your listing description. It doesn't belong there. It doesn't allow you to enforce it because you have it there. It's just, there's no benefit to having it here. All it does is it scares off potential guests when I see like a $200 cleaning fee, a $400 charge, this and that and the other thing. It makes me worry that this is a kind of sketchy host that's going to try to charge me for stuff. It makes me worry like I'm going to get kind of just like billed for a bunch of stuff, $90 of being for traditional cleaning. The sole discretion of the host, I mean, that's outrageous. Like that's obviously just not going to fly. And again, having it here in the listing description doesn't help you at all. It does not make it enforceable. If you want to try to enforce something, you need to have it in the listing, like booking rules in your house rules for the property, the ones that guests actually agree to when they book the property. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to enforce that. So again, I just don't like having it there. And again, having something ridiculous like at the sole discretion of the host, we can charge you an extra $90 for cleaning. That's just ridiculous. And that's just going to scare people off. And they've got cool like accessibility features that are highlighted. They've got 74 different amenities. So that tells me that they've actually gone and done a lot of this stuff to check off all the boxes they possibly can. And they've also just added a lot of really high demand amenities like the hot tub, the barbecue, the EVcharger, the board games, all these different things, right? There's lots of stuff that they've done to make it really try to cater to a bunch of guests. So that's really helpful as well. They've even gone here and gotten this great for remote work. They've actually tested the Wi-Fi speed. They've got a dedicated workspace, all this stuff, right? So that's super, super helpful as well. So overall, I think these people are doing a really, really good job. This host is doing a fantastic job. There are obviously a few pieces I was a bit critical on that I think could be improved, but overall, this listing is super, super well done and it's paying off, right? That's why this is such a top performing listing. And it doesn't have the huge size to lean on. Yes, it's a unique property. Yes, it's in a really beautiful location, but you could just as easily find a property like this one that is not doing nearly as well. You could probably find one that's doing half as well because the host just isn't actually nailing on some of the things that Vitaly here is. So hopefully there's some really, really good takeaways. I know I'm learning a lot from these videos. I hope you are too. I hope you get some good takeaways that you can apply to your listing. If you do, let me know in the comment section down below. Or if you just like this video, found it valuable, found it helpful, make sure you hit the like button down below here. It really does help me to show that these are the types of videos you want to see. And it also helps me with growing this channel and getting these videos in front of more people. So I really do appreciate anyone that takes half a second there and hits the like button. And also, if you're new here and you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so as well. The button should be right down below the video. Just hit subscribe, and that way you'll stay up to date with the 2 new videos we post every single week here on the channel, helping you to learn more about short-term rentals and Airbnb, whether you want to manage properties, own properties, invest, or just host your own space. So whatever your journey with Airbnb is, subscribe and you'll be able to learn everything you need to know here on the channel in order to succeed. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know I have. So with that being said, thanks so much for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.